What's up, guys? So today I'm working on a 2016 Nissan Altima. This is a 2.5 liters 4-cylinder engine, and we are changing the passenger side mount. Pretty easy and straightforward. So before we dive into the video, please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment to help me grow the channel. So let's get to it. So to start with is we are going to use the floor jack and a block of wood. I'm resting the oil pan on the edge. That's the strongest part of the oil pan to just support the weight of the engine. We are going to take off these three 10mm bolts. There's one here, one there, one here that holds the plastic cover, and then we are going to take this other 10mm bolt right there, and this is the one that holds the coolant reservoir. Then we are going to take it off from its route right there. Right here, since we got the coolant reservoir out, we got an 18mm bolt that holds the torque strut to the other bracket right here, and then we got another 18mm bolt right there for the torque strut as well. So we're going to take these two off, this one right here and then this one off right there, so that we create room for that bolt down there for the motor mount. What's up, guys? So you see we got the side bolt right here, and we got this bolt as well, but now you see we got this bracket right here, so no matter what we do, this torque strut mount won't come because of the bracket. So we're going to use a 30mm socket to take these two 30mm bolts, and we are going to wedge a pry bar right here just to create room for the bolt to come out. So right now, since we got the torque strut out, we are going to take off this 18mm nut right here, and then these four 15mm bolts that hold this bracket to the engine and then to the motor mount. So these are actually 16, not 15mm socket. I use a 16, and then since this is aluminum, I like breaking the bolts loose because you don't want to damage the threads, because if you do damage the threads, you need to buy this other bracket and then a lot of things involved. So always break them loose first, and then you can switch to your electric impact. Now we got three bolts just holding the mount, which is this one right here, and then we got another one right there, and then we have another one right there. I believe they are 16, so let me take those out and then we go from there. So with all the bolts loosened, it's time to take that mount out of its position. What's up, guys? So the mount is not coming out. There's a little space right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off that 30mm nut right there, and then we have another, let me see, we have another nut, I believe, right there. See that one right there? We're going to take that one out. Those two houses the power steering mechanism right here, so we're going to take those out so that we can move this just a little bit, and then we can have access to take that mount out. So it's actually three. So we have a nut down here, this is the one right here, and then we got a bolt right here, and then we have another bolt right here. So this will help us move this off a little bit, and then we can squeeze the mount out. So it looks like there's more stuff to come out. So you can see we got to take out that nut right here for this AC line. We need more play, and then we'll take off these two 10mm bolts holding this bracket. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. So I managed to take this bracket out, so there's more stuff to come out. Let me show you. We have to take, let me see if I can focus right there. We have to take off that 10mm bolt nut right there, and then another bolt right there. So let me take those out so we can have more play in the power steering hose. What's up, guys? So once you take those two, one bolt and then one nut, now you can see you can raise this hose as high as you can, as well as this one, and then you create room for the mount to come out. So let's take that mount out, and then we'll show you how it goes back in. It's just that there's too many things to get out of the way, so I didn't expect it to be that way, but that's the way it's gonna come out. So let's do that, and then we'll go from there. Finally, we got the mount out, and that's the part number right there. Customer provided their own part, so this is the OEM part and this is the new part. So customer complaint was it was vibrating more on the passenger side, so they want that mount to actually be replaced. So let's take a closer look. You can see this one has got some cracks and it has collapsed. You can see the cracks right there, and then if you look at this one, you can see it is solid. And if you look at the distance between the stud and this rubber right here, look at the distance, and then look at the distance of this one. So pretty much with time they collapse. And for the motor mount, I always say I recommend the ones from the dealership, but since customer provided their own part, we'll see how this one works. So pretty much they look the same, identical. You can see this one has got a weight right here, it's well balanced. This one does not have the weight, so I'll go ahead and install the new one. And pretty much the way the new one goes back in is the opposite orientation of how the other one came out. So I might do it off camera, I don't know, but let me see if I got time because it's getting dark pretty fast. What's up, guys? So my battery died in the middle of doing the work, but pretty much we were lucky. It was just the engine cover. I managed to put that off camera, and pretty much everything has been put back, and pretty much that's all it takes to replace that passenger side motor mount on a 2017 Nissan Altima 2.5 liters. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.